Well, the human face is the inspiration for most art, I would say, in most cultures. It seems to be the central, because it's something we all communicate with, we all understand and read, and it's our way of understanding other people. And it just seems to get into the art of all cultures, so it's a very powerful image.
I have had similar grafts, and it works the same, whether it's clay or whether it's skin.
So I've taught this as a course for young students or all kinds of students of art, not just modeling students, but students that are interested in painting and drawing the head, or portraits, or people. Gradually, as getting older, I don't want to teach so much. You know, I'd rather be finished with that and put it into a book. But I was thinking back about what do I want with this course, and what I want is, like, I'm calling it Stranger Than a Wolf, because Giacometti said that the human head is stranger and more mysterious than the head of a wolf. And he said he would never, he would draw people hundreds and hundreds of times, and he said, "You're still getting away from me. I still don't understand you." And I wanted to bring that mystery back to it.
My learning curve is huge. The approach that Heather takes is a new approach to me. It's like drawing a chair upside down, basically.
Everybody thinks, oh, a head, I know all about that. A face, we all know what that looks like. And people get lazy because they think they know it. And so a lot of my exercises are quite weird. They're quite strange, because I don't let the people use that kind of false knowledge that they have, that kind of concepts of the face and the head, because it's usually wrong. And I try to think of ways, how can I bring this head into their attention and make them see it as something very, very strange. And then the work gets good, because they have to pay attention.
I never worked from the skull up, and that is very fundamental. And as I learned about that, I think it's the perfect way to go to get a perfect sculpture. It's like the foundation for a house. If the foundation is not right, your house will be crooked.
It's hard work the first day, because they're not that interested. They want to get around, they really want. The face is very seductive. They really want to get to it. And I have to tell them stories, and I have to encourage them, and tell them to use their hands a lot, because the knowledge of the head is in the hands.
Some people read with their eyes. I can read with my hands, I guess. Very, very powerful.
Put your hand on the skull, and then put your hand on the one you're making, and wait. And wait until they're the same, and you'll feel a kind of shimmering. You'll know it's right. Your hand will know it's right. Keep touching, and gradually they'll get it so that it's correct. Yeah.
It's fascinating. It's like reading somebody's face. It's like reading somebody's skull. I really see the information that is in at first glance, a flat surface, because it's not. You think a head is round. It's not. Nowhere near.
We have this area of our brain that's called the fusiform gyrus. All it does is register and read and remember faces. And there's cells in there called the grandmother cells. I mean, they will pick up a grandmother's face, and every time that grandmother comes by, they will fire off. I mean, that's how complex it is. So that's how we can recognize so many hundreds and hundreds of people, and expressions. We can communicate and recognize expressions. And this we were kind of born with. It was ready, like it was kind of pre-existed in our brains, this kind of template in there. 2 eyes, nose, mouth, and as soon as it was activated, boing! We sort of glommed onto it, and you can see babies doing that when they're born, when they first see their mother's face. That look, that fierce look that they have, and because it's not there. I mean, it's there in a sense. It's like a computer that gets turned on, right? And then it knows what to do. So the face is, it's not just we're saying, well, the face is central. This is neurologically central. to the human being.
And I've had moments where it's very, very confronting. It's like, whoa, are you playing God? And like one breath and it can come alive.
Ellie's just Ellie, and she's mentioned it a few times. This is for me. This is a healing process, and I can see that. I can see that when she's working. That she is working through a horrific experience, and it's bringing much more tenderness and attention to what she does. That I can see that getting the form absolutely accurate is extremely important to her. And a few things she's let drop about how experiences in the hospital where she wishes that the doctors had known more about the surface anatomy of the human head than they did.
So I used to tease the doctors, like, you are doing plastic surgery, have you gone to sculpture classes, have you done any practices with clay instead of starting with real meat, right? If you have to sculpt an ear or an lips or a nose. I mean, I've seen a lot over the years. If you ever do this process, if you follow this way, you'll never look at any person the same ever again, and not at yourself in the mirror either. Everything will be different because you know what makes the face the face.